Hello? I don't even know what to say no more. I've done this video like 3 times and I messed up the microphone. So go figure. Um, in my first ever YouTube video, because I'm going through my transition. I guess my new birthday would be actually be tomorrow, maybe. Well, it's going to be tomorrow. Um, being transgender.
My gosh. Um, that was me. That was my my name is Jessica. Welcome to another one of my videos. It was like 337 days ago. Um, that was my first ever video live. Where I nailed down my decision of starting hormone replacement therapy, and I'm happy with the decision. I'm beyond happy. It's not been a year yet. That was a year since I made that video. Obviously, for those that do not follow, because of my high blood pressure, I was postponed from the doctor, and he held me back 30 days to get my blood pressure down. So, common sense. So I worked on that exercise, ate good for like 30 days, and got my blood pressure way down because it was like 160 over like 110 or something. It was high, and so I'm still on high blood pressure medicine, which is kind of a bummer. I wish I could drop that. I think I don't know. I'm talking to my doctor and see what can be done. Obviously, I'm not doing everything, but I don't want to be a workaholic, exercise it, nature, born again. Well, that was me a year ago. Almost, yeah. Um, that was about a year ago. It's been 366 days, 67 days. I've actually been on the hormones now for about 336 days. So not quite a year. Um, so it's been ice cold water. So give you a little bit of an update what has been happening the last few months, and that's pretty much nothing. Obviously, I got the new background going on here. I was able to get some of my pictures. I like this picture. This one here, I can't really see it, but it's a wolf. I need to get a frame for this. My sister gave me this. That was a gift. And then this is my little baby, Shadow. That was her as a puppy. So, I was able to bring a couple things. My fiance is probably kind of bummed out I didn't get a picture of her, but I got a picture all over my computer. So, yes, the background, if you have not been paying attention or following, has changed drastically since the last 30 days. Feel free to go back to my 11B video right there, and you can catch up on the whole shebang. I am in New Mexico now. I left the big city of Dallas, Texas, and I'm out here on my own journey in New Mexico. But I had to go back to... I'm jumping ahead there. I better not. It's just really good. It's weird. I don't think... One thing I noticed, and I think it doesn't have nothing to do with my hormones. I think it has to do with my entire transition as a whole, is that I'm a lot more confident in myself. Obviously, a big difference between, 1 year ago from, what's that, the 26th I took that video, July 26th, to today. Big, huge difference. And there was a gradual difference throughout the whole thing. But having such a good experience in transition, It's I didn't think I would. Okay, I'm bouncing around. My brain is moving like 20 miles an hour. 1 year ago today, I did not know I'd be carrying my purse around everywhere. Um, I probably wouldn't have the courage to carry a purse. Now I wear it. I mean, I bring that thing everywhere I go. And look, I I got me a passport. Um, and it's like it got female on it. It's like this is all starting. I know that's cool. In case you guys didn't know, I basically had my doctor write a note. Da, 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 da. So I had to give him a copy of my thing. The birth certificate was tricky because it was still under my old name, but it just basically says, to whom it may concern, Jessica Annette, date of birth, established patient in my office, have been her PCP, private. I'm brain farting, but since 7/26/11, so it was the date I made the video. 1 year ago today. That's weird, but yes, I went in that day. This patient has undergone the appropriate clinical treatment for gender transition to the new role of female. I declare under perjury, under the laws, and boom. So I got my passport with the F on it. Ooh, and I'm dropping. I actually have the passport card, the book, and also the card. The card I keep in my purse. This I keep at home. Safe travels. This has got like a color photo. The card's got like a black and white. They both say female, so. But yes, so I'm in New Mexico. I'm rambling. I'm excited. Um, I actually saw my therapist again instead of starting a new one, which is good. I love her, Felicia. She's in the Dallas area. It's helped me out tremendously. It's just I wouldn't want to see anybody else right now. But so everything's going good. I'm in New Mexico and I'm going back and forth and I'm bouncing around a little bit. My voice is not there. I guess I could start practicing it on a little bit, which I'm gonna have to because for those that don't know or know, I've been actually my videos are gonna start picking up. It's not final yet. I'm still in talk, but now I'm actually talking to corporate headquarters, and it's looking like next Monday I have my job. I have to go into training for a whole week, company policies, stuff like that, basic initiations. But it's truck driving, same thing, hauling water. Um, but no, man, I'm down. This video is just a mess already. I don't know why. It's probably because I'm so excited about the job. It's, I've worked a lot and to get all this in here, and I think I've dodged a lot. I've been, I stayed clear from a lot of, different obstacles that, some ladies would go through, or some people would even go through transitioning. I mean, I've always given myself grief for having, that I never really transitioned in the public's eye. I mean, I've never really waited at a bus stop, in the Bronx, or, what I'm saying. If I was led, I was just, my path was always, it's like my path has always had a light shine down on it, like a spotlight. And I was actually able to see, I sort of put my toe in it. The places I couldn't see, I put my toe in and see if it was safe before I actually stubbing my whole toe off. Maybe just nick it a little bit and then back away. So I've been really blessed with a very, very good support system, and I think that has made this past year, I mean, like I said, it's not quite a year yet, but my journey, the day since I nailed down my decision, the day that, hey, I went and saw my doctor and said, you know what, I got these hormones, and I had them. You go online, you can get your hormones. I had them, and I brought them to the doctor's office. I said, you know what? I'm going to take these. I'm going to take these right now unless you prescribe me something. And he was like, he talked me out of it. I was actually able to take the spirolactone that I had. He didn't prescribe me any, but he let me take the spirolactone that I had. And then eventually later I got that, because I was developing so quick. So I think like August 12th or something, like a couple weeks later, I was already starting to see a growth. So I went and got another blood test. But everything worked out good. So, and speaking of blood tests, I actually when I went to Dallas, I picked up my mail. I got my hazmat back in my driver's license, so that's good. My driver's license still says mail, which, it's a reality. It sucks. For those that are keeping up with me, the birth certificate, my name has changed. It's legally Jessica Annette. That's what's on my driver's license. My birth certificate still has my old name, and I'm trying to get that amended, and that's a big hassle. I actually have to go. I had to put a request of sitting in, and they turned it down because they were like, well, we can't order. You got to let us know we can order Minnesota, to change your birth certificate. So I had to do more research. It was actually my trip here to New Mexico. I was actually able to go to the New Mexico resources, transgender resources, and they had actually a couple of online forms, and I downloaded them and I converted them over to Texas, made it look all pretty and fancy and legal-like, and with PDF creators, and printed them out, signed them, and finally, I think I'm on the right track as far as that goes. I actually have a court date. They turned me down the first time for a court date. Now I gotta wait all the way until September 17th, which sucks. But so I go back to Dallas area September 17th, 18th. I got to see my therapist again. I scheduled it for around there, so it's all good. So I can't wait, and then I can actually get that put into the birth certificate if the judge signs off on it, which he should. That will be like super, super cool. So, keeping busy with my little trip there. I actually went and saw the dentist again, a different dentist, because I had a Groupon, for like a cleaning and all this. Excuse me, and a white, an electric toothbrush, which is cool. I usually can't afford one of them, but it came with the Groupon, so I went in there, and it was cool. It's a lady dentist, but the first thing out of her mouth was, hey, I just got to ask you, when did you jump over to our world and all this? And she was really, really nice. A couple off-the-wall questions. But, when you transition, you're going to get those. Like I said, ever since my name change, I really have been 24/7. There ain't no, I go to Walmart, I come home, this is me. The hormones have been for my age, 42, they've done their magic, and they're continuing to do so. I'm not really going through any growing spurts now, like it was last couple weeks ago. I was going through some growing pains, but I think those have subsided. I've taken measurements when I was back in Dallas a couple days ago, and they're still growing underneath. I was able to get my weight down a little bit more, which is good. But as far as breast growth, they're growing underneath now, which I think when I measured them, it just didn't, I don't know, I didn't measure them good enough in the beginning, so. Or they're not telling me, they're still saying a B cup, so. At least they're not shrinking, so I guess it's all good. So yes, my new job, hopefully my date, it's not final yet, not as of this video, but believe me, when they start, my videos are going to be kicking back into 7 or 8 a month, and rightfully so. This is going to be a new part of my transition. Have I ever transitioned on the job? No. Basically, I didn't get. I wasn't sure if I got fired because of my transgender. I think they thought I was more gay. They really didn't have the chance or the opportunity, unless somebody told them that I didn't know, but I doubt it. I have a really good support system, and I think I did try to hide it a little bit. So, but at the same token, my unemployment, I've been able to, it's everything happens for a reason, and so, you know, and that's another thing. Unemployment, I know I'm bouncing around. Um, the unemployment, I mean, I went through the name change. The unemployment just went right through it. In fact, some copy my name change and move. It's still going through it. And then I got here to New Mexico just to look for a job. And I was still looking on, Workforce Texas. They were like, no, I guess they sniffed my ISP, my internet, and they were like, you know what, if you moved, you need to, 7 days, you need to tell us your new address. So theoretically, I'm not moved because I'm in a trailer park. I still have a Texas resident. But in the eyes of Texas work, unemployment, I have moved. So I had to let them, I moved. I had to register here in New Mexico for the workforce unemployment, do my job searches, and I'm still getting my unemployment. So that's good. That hopefully is going to stop. This hopefully will be the last week I get unemployment. And then next Monday, boom, I start a new paycheck, and boy, I might be able to make some money. Which is good, because I need to save lots of money, because, a lot's happened in this 1 year. Since the 1 year, it's basically 366 days ago when I put my foot down, when I nailed down my decision. And boy, have I been happy with the decision, but that's when I nailed it down. I said, you know what, I'm going to a doctor. Boom, I'm doing this. I nailed it down. That was the first time in my life I really ever nailed down something. And the anticipation, not the anticipation, that's the wrong word, but the anxiety, everything that's built up since then, the excitement, I don't know. I haven't been able to stand still. I really haven't. There's been a lot going every single week of my transition. It's been good for the good. So wow. So next month there'll be 1 year officially. But so we're gonna start, 13. No, the 12th series. Sorry. 13 is, I'm jumping ahead of myself. But so hopefully next week it's a job. I'll have to go a week of training, then obviously maybe a week or two following them, because it's company policy. Go with another driver, and then after that they kick me out on my own. So, but I'll still get paid. I believe it's going to be $18 an hour. That's what they told me over the phone. So it's pretty good with all the overtime. I don't like the oil field. I'm a truck driver. Not very many ladies do truck driving. It's hard. There's obviously some things I can't be the activist. I can't be the, the outgoing, hey, I'm transgendered. Hey, look at me. No, I really can't. I almost got to go back into stealth, which I think it's like an oxymoron. I don't think I've ever been stealth, especially with my voice. It's really hard. I don't think I really would want to go with stealth full time, but there's certain things, especially in a small town of 1,000 people, there's certain things I don't have the luxury of doing. But the courage level that I had from 1 year ago to today, wow. It's talking like serious. I've always denied it. When somebody said, it takes a lot of courage to do that, I was like, no, it don't take courage. And now looking back, I could sort of see the courage that it took. And like I said, throughout my transition, like the first time I locked my keys out of my truck. And I brought my purse with me, but my purse was in my truck because I was too scared to bring it with me to Walmart. And I almost had, I was like, you know what? instead of getting locked out in the parking lot, I'm gonna just grab my dang and I haven't looked back since. So it's just some of the courage, things. And it's like, no, I don't even. No, that's part of my wardrobe. That's me. That's part of Jessica. But everything is part of Jessica. So it's getting hot in here. Your noise level should be a little bit different. I think somebody made a comment. It sounds like a fish tank in here. So I turned off my fans. It's loud in here. So I am going to shut it up because it's starting to get hot in here. I will keep everybody updated. Like I said, I think August, when August really kicks in, I mean, the minute I have my first, boom, I'm going to make a video. And then the first day I actually come back, I'll make a video. They're going to be videos. And they're going to be important. I'm not going to, I think everything's been important to me. And that's really what matters. So, but, no, the desert has not been easy. And I've been meaning to show you guys this. When I first got here, I mean, I knew this was going to be a challenge in itself. I really did. I mean, I'm in the desert. I'm in a small little town. Maybe 1,000 people live here. And so far it's been really good. But my first day here, it's like I pulled into this RV park, and I obviously had to back the trailer up, no problem. But I laid down to get the supporting jacks because you can't keep the trailer from rocking. You got a supporting jack, so I had laid on the ground. And the first thing I did was lay down on a bunch of these things. I don't think that thing is going to focus. Oops. Okay, if that focuses, I'll be amazed. These little things are everywhere out in the desert. And they hurt like a son of a gun. They're not very friendly. So the desert's not a friendly place. And that's the way I got to look at it. If I tread lightly on it, like I said, I mean, that's... See, it probably won't focus now, but these things are nasty. It's on there. But if you're gentle around your surroundings, I think you can tip. You don't really have to tiptoe, but if you're gentle around your surroundings will sort of work with you. They won't respect you. Obviously, this thing will not respect me. I mean, but it will work with me if I work with it. So I think that's pretty much the way it is with my transition. Everybody transitions different. Everybody's scenarios are different. But if you work with your surroundings and work with your situations, it should work back with you. And like I said, I've been just so blessed, so happy, and wow, I don't know. I know a lot's happened this past 1 year, since I put my foot down. More what's going to happen. If I would have thought that, hey, I would have had an actual passport, that, boom, there's, it's got an F on it. I wouldn't have guessed that a year ago. Would I guess that I've been out here in New Mexico? No. Would I have guessed a lot of things in my transition? Probably not. But like I said, working with your surroundings and letting them work back with you. Excuse me. I think that's what's sort of helped my situation, grow. So, and you gotta remember, right? I mean, I owe a lot to you folks. This is not, this is all. You're all part of my support system. Obviously, I don't make videos, to win YouTube fan contest or nothing. It's just important stuff that I think that I need, so that I can look back on it later. And believe me, when I look back at that video, that's amazing. So it's all good. I couldn't have done it unless I was, being true and being myself. And that I say that in every video. You gotta be true. You gotta be yourself. So until next time, peace.